Good morning. It's time to make coffee, and I thought I would share a secret tip with you on making coffee. There was this wonderful lady in Huntsville, Alabama. Her name was Aunt Eunice, and she was a personality. People adored her. She could be very outspoken, and when the politicians would be running in local races and state races also, they would all put their signs out at Aunt Eunice's and have a presence there. And well, this happened more than once. She was my neighbor, and I didn't live very far, and she didn't live very far from her country kitchen, Aunt Eunice's country kitchen. And so she would call me on on occasion and say, so and so didn't show up. Now, this would be 4:30 in the morning, and she said, and I want you to come and waitress for me this morning, and you don't have to be there till 6:30. Well, this is a joke because that's not the way my mind works. I can remember colors and mixtures and that kind of thing, but remembering what somebody orders. And one time, this really nice man, I think he felt sorry for me, gave me a $50 tip. Well, he didn't know that Aunt Eunice kept all the tips. And but anyway, it was a really nice gesture. So on one of these occasions, when I was helping Aunt Eunice, there was a man from New York that came in, and I had made the coffee in her big deal coffee maker things. And I want to share, and he was just horrified. He said, "Where's the salt?" And I said, "What do you mean the salt?" And he said, "To put a pinch of salt, ta-da, in your over your grounds, and that it takes the bitterness out." Well, I've been doing that, of course, ever since. And my secret mixtures, and people really have said they like my coffee, is I will buy an economical pound of the store brand. I really like those, as long as you put a pinch of salt in it. And then sometimes I will buy a really expensive, like Starbucks, and there's another one that has like vanilla cupcake flavor. And I will mix half and half and put it in one of these guys and have my own blend. And then I find that it's sweeter that I want my blend sweeter in the springtime, and then different in the fall and the winter when it's cold. And a secret from my daddy is, I hate to waste stuff. I hate to clean up. And so when I have finished doing my coffee, if it hasn't all been drunk that morning, then I will put it in a decanter and put it in the refrigerator. Now, in my head, I know that that's probably not quite as good as it was when I fixed it in the morning, but I need to turn this on. It is definitely time. Oh, and I found these great filters. You know how the thin ones will all kind of fall over and make a mess? I have found, here they are, I just got them out. I like this brand. It's Bun, and they are thicker and wiggly, and they don't fall over. So this has been a big improvement in my life. Back to Aunt Eunice for a minute. She had a table that if you were by yourself that morning and, didn't want to eat alone, what a bore, she had this table and it had a sign over it, and it was the liar's table. And if you were really special, she would award you her liar's license. So I'll take it off the wall and read it to you in a minute. But she was quite the institution, and she raised so much money for causes. And she had arthritis, and it is my understanding that at the time of her death, she had raised more money for the National Arthritis Association than any other single entity. Now, that's what people around here said, so could very well be true, and I wouldn't doubt it at all, because we all helped her in those endeavors to bring awareness to arthritis. So I hope your coffee is as good as what I'm looking forward to this morning. And I hope you have a great day. Bye now. And this is what Aunt Eunice's liar's license says. It says, Eunice's Country Kitchen liar's license. This is to certify that Cynthia Parsons, having by reputation and long practice, coupled with a vivid imagination exhibited by all the proper requirements thereof, is hereby empowered to lie, prevaricate, and to show every other recklessness with the truth considered expedient by her in connection with all matters for current year, subject, however, to conditions and the state she is in. Lies may be told at any time or place without notice. In witness hereof is attached the grand signature of Eunice. And her address of the country kitchen was 1006 Andrew Jackson Way Northeast, Huntsville, Alabama. And these days, it no longer exists, and it is now a Dollar General. And I've often wondered if the smell of cooking bacon, that wonderful bacon smell, and the sausage and so forth, if those smells just kind of rise up from the ground. So she was a really special lady.